Hello and welcome back. This is Candace from Candoodle, and today I have a quick and simple holiday card for those of us last minute Lucy's who are still trying to pull some together. So let's get started. So starting off with my stamping, I have the Pawsome Stamps Crackin Christmas stamp set, which is so cute. I love these nutcrackers. I'm only using one on today's card, but they have so many with different little variations and they're all super cute. So I stamped one of them down and then I am going to Copic color it. I went for more of the classic Christmas colors with, green and red and gold, but you could color these in any sort of way. Some of the design team members colored them in like pastel pinks and teals, and I thought that was super cute. The nice thing about these stamps is that they're a pretty good size that they can kind of be the focal point on their own. Like they're not too small, but they're also big enough that it's easy to add detail with Copic coloring if you wanted to. But if you don't add detail and you just kind of one layer color it, it still looks quite nice. So I really like that about the size of these stamps because sometimes, they're too teeny tiny that you have to add a few of them. So it makes for less of a clean and simple card if you're in a little bit of a rush trying to make them. Not that I am. I am. And I'm in a rush because school has been absolutely wild this semester. It has been the craziest semester of my life. And I'm sure you've noticed that as I haven't posted as much. But I'm hoping next semester will be a little easier. That's what the year ahead of us has told us. So, med school is the gift that keeps on giving, but it's amazing and it's a privilege. So I'm very grateful. It's just sometimes it makes it hard to balance with the rest of life, but nonetheless. So now we are going to move on to doing the little background technique. So I'm using the same colors that I use to color my nutcracker, and I have a bunch of scraps that I just keep in a drawer of various different sizes. And I'm just coloring those with the same colors of Copics that I used in my nutcracker. You could use the same colors, different colors, whatever floats your boat. And some of them I realized were a bit too bright, so I kind of came in and glazed over them with a slightly darker Copic, which is what's really nice about Copics is they have that kind of transparency factor. So you can add things on top and it's not going to mess up anything. It's going to add depth and dimension. And my little golden strips here are also from when I do my foiling. So I like to not waste any of my foiling. And so that's a great way to use them. You can kind of cut down your sides into scraps and then use them in a technique similar to this. So I glued all of those down in a diagonal. I like to do diagonal because it's more forgiving if you don't glue them exactly straight, going horizontal or vertical. So I do that diagonally and then I have my card base set up. So now I'm just coming in and adding my little white highlight details to my little nutcracker who's going to go as my centerpiece on top of those little lines that we made for the background. And I did add some extra detail to him with a gold jelly roll as well. I did like his belt and the little buttons on his sides. And then I'm going to line this up in my MISTI to make sure that I'm getting my sentiment nice and centered, especially because this is a clean and simple card. I want it to be very geometric looking almost. So I came in with my handy dandy tracing paper and I'm just seeing where that's going to go. It wasn't quite centered right. So I did restamp it and make sure it was all nice and good before I stamped it down on my card base. Because this is a more clean and simple design, I like to add a bit of dimension. So I popped my nutcracker up on some foam tape. And then to finish it off, I'm going to come in with this mix called Santa Baby from Pawsome Stamps. And I really like the gold in here. It perfectly matches the nutcracker and the foil that I happen to use on those little pieces in the center. So I am going to just stick a few of those down, and that is the final card. Thank you so much for the time that you spend here with me. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful holiday season if you celebrate, and that you have time to rest, relax, and recharge with crafting. And of course, I will see you in another video. Bye!